Hi guys, Space Tiger here, and we're just gonna clean the space. Welcome to our shamanic messages. I call this From Nature with Love, pick a card. So yeah, today we're gonna be pulling cards from, I'm gonna show it to you. So we have a shamanic oracle, really amazing oracle. I love it. It has like great messages. Then we have Primordial Tarot by Sergio Topi, also like one of my favorites, very raw deck. And of course Dirt Gems. I'm just fangirling over this oracle. I love it so much. We're like in such a good vibe. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna deal with this today. Okay, so if you want, you can pause this video and pick one of the stones. Here we have sodalite and we have orange calcite. So yeah, concentrate, ask your a question, like if you have some question. If not, just let the message flow. Of course, if you, at the end of this, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, send it to a friend, share the good vibes, leave me a comment. I would like to know what you think about this. Thank you so much for everybody who's already subscribed, commenting and everything. It means a lot to me. And yeah, let's have fun. Okay, so if you want, pause the video. We're gonna be pulling some messages from these two piles and from our Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. Okay, starting with pile number one. Okay, welcome pile number one. You chose this beautiful sodalite. Sodalite is a stone of clarity, so maybe some like messages of clarity are coming your way. We're gonna see. But in any case, yeah, let's see what we have here. So again, clarity, learning new things, you know, stepping into new things with sodalite. And beautiful. Here we have, okay, so yeah, we have like a blue theme here. So we have blue cohosh, which I really need to find this plant online, how it looks, because here it's like a very beautiful flowery, a little bit of tea. A very beautiful flowery message. So we have this here, and then we have from Sergio Topi, this is the Queen of Soul, or a Woman of Soul. Let's say it's like a form of Queen of Cups, but not really. And we have Salamander. So again, right off the top here we have like a lot of like water energy, and then here we have something that's really interesting, which is like kind of like combining these elements of you know, like having a lizard who lives on the like ground, but also like has a contact with water, and it's associated with fire. So here we have like these three elements of like kind of that are feeding into each other. So this is already like a very interesting message. Okay, so what we have here is like a story about, like in all the cards we have a story about transforming and getting into like some new type of identity, especially with this card. So both of these talk about, like Salamander talks about transmuting things and changing things, and blue cohosh also talks about this. So it's about transforming things, and also with this, especially with these two cards, we're talking about transforming into something that's true. So it's not just like, this is like, because she's putting on a mask, so it's like, it's almost like this is like a ego story, is what I'm getting here. So it's getting into these new like identities and having new tasks and needing to transmute something. But there is like a slight, I would say, danger, because if you don't get into this with like a pure heart and like true intention, something that's like aligning with you, what can happen is that you can get like into some, let's say, toxic power play, where this, instead of like getting into your true form, you're getting into something that's kind of lower vibration, and you're you're starting to become a person that you're not, but you crave power that comes through this transformation. So with blue cohosh, we're kind of trying to get it like out of the falsehood. Also, you might be maybe dealing with people who are pretending that they're something that they're not. So what's being asked of you at this point, at this moment, is that you need to step down from the power play, because the true power lies in like true intentions and true heart and like purity, and not in pretending that you're something that you're not. So like embracing the truth, embracing honesty. So maybe some of you will need to be like so deeply honest with yourself. What do you want? How you want it to be done? Who are you letting into your life? With whom are you dealing? So this is like not pile number one. This is not a time to sugarcoat stuff. It's just like, okay, be honest with your emotions. Put on like this face, like the true face, to show your true face. You know, don't be ashamed of your true face. Release any falsehood, and let this like experience transmute you into something that's much more powerful, is what I'm getting here. So it's like a very interesting, very strong message. Also with like sodalite that you chose, it's like the stone of clarity. It's like the stone when you're learning something new. It's like, you know, like being like having like true informations, and having like facts, you know, and not sugarcoating. It's like, what are the facts, what I need to do. It's like very kind of, I'm getting like this very kind of, you know, fresh energy. It's like this information like snap, you know. So it's very interesting, like this combination. We're gonna see where this lands for you, pile one, in your life. We're gonna pull 3 cards and see what's going on. Ooh. The cards are already jumping. But yeah, it's very, very interesting, like letting go of the falsehood, putting on like changing this character, putting on your true face, being true to your emotions, to your heart, and letting this like elemental change transmute you and transmute everything. And when we talk about transmutation, and when we talk about alchemy, it's like, you know, like boiling things down to their core. So it's like, what's essential, what's your core, you know, how is this your strength? Maybe for some people, maybe they perceive you as, you know, being weak because of who you are, but in fact maybe that's where your strength is lying. So it's a very interesting message, very strong, powerful message. You know, like if you observe this person's face, like they're very determined. You know, they took this mask off and they're very determined in whatever they're looking at. You know, they have like this will they have this will to like, you know, change something, and maybe like, because in this deck she's basically trying to like bring in the change in the weather, you know. So it's like dancing for the weather, and like letting this external world kind of move you and transmute you. This is a very interesting message, pile number one. Very strong message. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, here we have Wheel of Fortune, we have 10 of Cups, and we have the World. Yeah, so okay, this is definitely for some of you in the realm of like emotions. Maybe you're like, this is like complete satisfaction. Like here we are, like, you know, this is like the it's very simple. The change brings satisfaction, the end. So it's like, whatever is happening for you guys, it's like, let this happen, because it will bring you to the ultimate place of like surrender, and like this is like a, you know, happy end card. Like, there you go. You know, you made it, you done it all, you have it everything, and now we're ready to go into the next level. So even if you're like going through maybe some difficulties in your life, the thing is like, this change is like inventable, in what's the English word, inventive. You cannot miss it. Sorry, my Google Translate is not working today properly. Anyway, this is something that you cannot avoid. And again, with this 10 of Cups, it's like that's it. That's like the peak of this story. You need to like just pass through it, leave everything behind, you know, like say thank you, and then just move into like a complete new rebirth. Again, with the salamander, we have like this rebirth. So yeah, Yeah, pile number one. This is a very, again, the only thing that I'm getting is like a very strong, very strong. That's like the word. Maybe for you it will mean something. Like you are very strong right now. Very very powerful. Maybe you're not even aware of that. What type of change are you going through? But you are very like, that's it. Like for you, no more bullshit. Like for you, you don't like, if whatever is happening is not getting into this like story, you're like bye, like you're leaving this. So again, big transformation, maybe some even karmic transformation with the Wheel of Fortune. And when I say karmic, it's like, yesterday we had the astrology class with my wonderful teacher Ivana, and she told like one thing that, I mean, for me it's like logical, because I'm doing this, and I'm into certain like philosophies and things like that. So like when we say karmic, it doesn't mean that it's something bad. Like the word karma means action. So like maybe you're stopping with certain action. Maybe you're like deciding, okay, like I was dealing with things in this way, and I was approaching some stuff in this way, and now I'm like deciding, well, yeah, screw it, this is not for me, fuck it, I don't want it. And then by that you're breaking like this karmic cycle, and you're getting to the point of like full satisfaction. Like you really feel kind of empowered, or you're empowering yourself, and it's really amazing because you're finishing this cycle. You're getting into something that's really like amazing. So whatever it's happening, it's like giving you a lot of like strong, like it's giving you a lot of power. So yeah, pile number one, like this is really great. So whatever you're doing, and like doing like the like maybe going into like different direction, and doing like, here we have like this little reminiscence of this wheel. It's like amazing. I love when the cards go like this, but it's like, and also rainbows. Yeah. It's like, you know whatever you're going through. Sorry, I got like distracted by this, like, because everything like started to move all of a sudden, so it's like really funny. But yeah, whatever. Sorry. It's really crazy, like all of these, like I'm seeing like so much echo in the cards, like, because like everything, all of a sudden everything is like popping out, because here we have like just this like preparation and this echo. We have like these four beings that all of a sudden they get like, so it's almost like we're zooming in something, and we're zooming maybe into your core, what you hold in your heart, like these changes, the spectrum of who you are, the layers of who you are, and everything is like getting out to shine. So it's like from the internal world, it's going to the external world. It's like all of a sudden it's like being reborn, it's shining, it's like spiraling, it's growing. So whatever is happening, again, for you emotionally, you made like this decision, and you're going to break this cycle. You're going to be liberated from this wheel, and it's a very empowering moment. And again, for some of you it might be like some difficult time in your life, but this difficult time is like cast upon you to kind of transmute and to kind of detox and clean this, like whatever patterns of behavior you have, whatever you're choosing every day, like now it's like a conscious effort that's coming from this more emotional center, because now you're like feeling this like dissatisfaction, and you're like, no, I don't want this anymore. I want to finish this. I want to be, this is what I'm choosing. I'm choosing like to be joyous. I'm choosing to be happy. I'm choosing to be satisfied. And whatever doesn't fit into this picture and into this character that I'm building, I'm leaving it behind. I'm like burning it down, I'm letting it, flush away. Because again, here we have like a lot of water elements. So you're like you're letting this storm to happen, because you're going to have rainbow at the end of the day. You're going to have sun, and you're finishing this. And you're really happy that you're finishing this. You're like, yeah, I'm in peace with whatever is happening, because I made this choice. And again, but beware that this transformation doesn't come from the place of anger, that it doesn't come from the place of ego, because here we have like also we have like a lot of ego elements, like being the center, like this is happening to me, And because it's happening to me, I'm gonna deal with it in a certain way. And again, be careful of yourself, because ego can be a very tricky thing. So if you let your ego guide you instead of like pure emotion and what feels good, and if you let ego, like, I'm gonna show all of them who I am, I'm gonna show all of them, they're all gonna suffer, or any type of thought like this, not good. Because if you deal with whatever it is, and again, we have Mars and Leo right now, so it's this like power ego story of that can be really good, but it can also be very bad. Because if you want to make a change out of place of hate or place of like anger or any negativity, it's not going to be good. You're going to fall into your own trap. But if you think more like worldly, like, I'm going to change myself, and I'm going to put some boundaries, and I'm going to detox from certain things, because I want to be like a good human in this world, in this society. And I'm going to start with myself, and I'm going to embody my values that are pure. And I'm not going to ask the world to like, to kneel down and bow at my change. I'm just going to do the change for myself. I'm going to win and triumph over myself without expecting the world to say, oh my God, what change, or whatever. Just like doing it for yourself from the purest heart, changing this I don't know, role you've been playing so far, and achieving like maximum joy with this, and being liberated. Because again, this moment can bring you so much liberation. For some of you, maybe karmic liberation, to get like unstuck from this like actions that you've been doing, and getting into like some new, like new skin, new healthier version of yourself. Okay, pal one. So this is your message. I hope it resonates. Take what you think is for you, leave the rest, and that's it. Have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 2. You chose this beautiful orange calcite. So the orange calcite kind of carries this energy of sacral chakra and the power of sacral, but also like with its like kind of sunny vibes. Sometimes it also kind of like touches a little bit into the realm of solar plexus. So we're gonna see what messages we got here. So the pile number 1, they had like a really strong message, and well, another strong message is coming here. Okay, so this is very interesting. So here we have I'm gonna read it like a croat, like datura. And the first thing that I know about, first of all, this is like a very lunar soft plant that's kind of intoxicating. So again, here we have like this little Scorpio, we have a crown, we have 2 eyes, and we have this lunar kind of like moment in the night. This, she's like this, I mean, it says in the booklet, she's the queen of the night, she's the queen of the desert. So like this realm that's very kind of liminal, like somewhere, like imagine you're standing in the desert under the moonlight, and like this whole area looks like you're standing on the surface of the moon, but again, you're staring at the moon, so it's kind of like crazy. So it's like very intoxicating type of feeling that I'm getting here. But then again, on the other side, we have the sun card, and this sun card in this deck is very powerful. Now we're talking about like nurture, and with buffalo also, we're talking about nurture, provider, protector. We're talking about daily things, daily lives, routine, strong routine. So it's like, it's almost like, maybe getting what I'm getting here, it's like kind of leaving this realm of being just like intoxicating and just like dilly-dallying, and thinking that maybe, I don't know, things are like this is like a very kind of like philosophical card. So it's like thinking that like you need to philosophize about life, or try to I mean, again, Mercury is now in Sagittarius, and yesterday I learned that like Mercury and Sagittarius, very philosophical. They want to say so much, but it's like it's so many words, and you didn't say nothing. So again, with this like desert element, it's like it's so much, but it's like looks like nothing. So what are we? Where are we kind of like lost? Is the question for you, pile number two. Where do you feel like you're lost? And where do you escape, because again, with this like intoxicating element, it's like trying to kind of like pierce into something, again with the Scorpion, trying to kind of penetrate into something that is maybe out of your reach. And then what's happening is like this sun is like, asking you like, hey, if you want to know the mysteries that you're searching for, you need to have a routine. You need to have like, you need to devote yourself. Sun is always devoted, even like that's like that's the healthy, again, that's the healthy part of this kind of Leo energy. Again, we have Mars in Leo, so this is like very interesting because again, here we have like this solar moment, and then again the sun, right now when I'm recording this, the sun is in Scorpio. So it's like, and this like sun doesn't like to be in Scorpio because again, Scorpio is, likes dark, slow, alchemizing, like, likes to go into the other and like find something there. And the sun is, sun is very self-centered, it's very kind of has like this pride, and it's very kind of, so these are like two very powerful energies in play. But again, if you feel kind of like lost, and I'm going to see what the tarot has to say. If you feel kind of lost, the Sun card is asking you, and the Buffalo is asking you, hey yo, are you feeding yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you nurturing yourself? Or are you just like, like this wilted flower, very soft, and like does the heat of life, what's happening to you, like your life and living, just mere living, like think about mere living, is that kind of destroying you? Are you maybe being lost in life? Are you feeling like you're not gonna make it because it's too much, it's too much energy? Every day the sun rises up in its full glory. It doesn't matter if it's winter, if it's spring, whatever, the sun always rises up, whether you see it or not, cloudy, rainy, whatever, the sun always rises. So do you feel the pressure of life, and therefore you like to get lost in like this world of these like interspaces where like you kind of, you cease to exist, like there's no more you? And then again, the Sun card is like, hey, wake up. Life doesn't have to be that hard or complicated. You just need to wake up, take care of your needs, oxygen, food, shelter, warmth. And you don't have to like go and be very philosophical and very kind of like down, because life is happening. So this energy is kind of calling you, pile number two, to kind of rethink how you perceive life and how you perceive like daily routine, some responsibilities that you have, maybe, I don't know, again, maybe that all of that is too much, and you just kind of want to escape into like some darkness and then observe the world from the darkness. But the sun is like, rise up, yeah, it's hard, like, but still, you're a part of this, so take your rest, sleep, but when it's daytime, be active. So it's like a very, very kind of like this healthy masculine energy of, like kind of waking that sun inside of you, and creating like kind of like trying to wake up the solar plexus inside of us, like the will to live, the will to will to like strive, to be, to make it happen, to put your energy into something, you know, instead of just being like passively somewhere lost, trying to find your way, you know. And again, with these little stars, it's very interesting because here we have like these little stars. So it's like, why are you following the little stars when you have like this ginormous big star that can show you the way, you know? And it lets you rest, but it's always there, you know. It's kind of very interesting. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Very interesting message, Paul. I'm very kind of like with the first one, I got this like word strong, you know, but with this one I'm like secure. So these are like completely two different energies. You know, like being secure, it doesn't mean you need to be like a like, you know, like, I don't know, busting through the walls or whatever. Like, you know, like being like secure, it's like, you know what you're doing. It's like it's so easy. It's so kind of masculine in the energy, like so mathematical. Like you wake up at this moment, you do this, and this, and then all the energy that could have been lost by trying to escape, you have all this energy extra to do some things that are creative, you know. So you can create, you can visit those like spaces in between, and I don't know, do art or whatever. But like when you deal with this, and when you're like not losing your energy, but you know what you're doing, you have like a focused way, so much energy is preserved, and you can, you know, nurture yourself. Yeah, there we go. So here we have like a little, we're like a little worried. For some of you, it could be like something financial, you know, when you're trying to like escape into like, I don't know, spending some money for things that kind of bring you pleasure, or they numb you down. And it's like, you know, or you're feeling stuck with your body, and you need to like kind of get this energy up. So it's a really, really cool energy and a really cool message. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Pile number 2. Yeah. This is like, okay, this is like this worry and insecurity, and not seeing that things are already kind of like, you know, changing or calling to your attention. So it's like, okay, you're looking at this, but you don't see. You're like, this will never work out, you know. But the death card is here is like really great, because it's like bringing this end to this worry. It's transforming something. It's like maybe even like, again, I'm getting this like this life death kind of situation, because I don't know, some of you maybe know this, some of you don't, but the death card is basically the like the other side of the Empress. So for things to grow and for things to flourish and bloom, you need to cut down like some of this stuff. Some stuff just needs to go, you know. Some stuff that's not needed, that they just need to go, so there is space for new things to grow, and that there is energy. Because again, when we talk about plant world, it's like all of these fruits have to fall off and kind of like die in a way, so that the plant preserves the energy to create more. If the plant was to be like stuck with these fruits forever, because, oh, they're my fruits, like I made those, you know, and whatever, and like I don't want things to change, then the fruit will suck all the life out of the plant, and there will be no more plant. So it's like releasing this like fruits of, or not like getting stuck with like what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, will preserve you a lot of energy. There will be a lot of space for new things to grow, for new things to flourish, you know. Releasing some things, maybe some things are not that important, so you need to like let them go. But in any way, like what I'm getting here is like, you know, like preserve this energy, get this energy by like releasing some things that are not needed. Maybe some people are not needed. Maybe the job you work, like it's like sucking the dear life out of you, and you need to change something. Maybe some relationships with some people. Again, this is like a little tea break. This is like calling you to rethink the things that you want to take care of, you know, and what needs to go. And again, this might bring, to some of you, this might bring a lot of like anxiety on like, how the hell should I do this? Like, am I equipped to do this? And again, think about it as like all of these swords are thoughts that you think are keeping your heart together. But again, even if you had some like difficulties or you feel anxiety or whatever, like sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, like it would be the healthiest, like to get these swords out and let the heart heal. Because if you think that some thoughts are like, or some ways of thinking are kind of, let's say, protecting your heart, but that's not true. Like they're just hurting you. They're hurting your heart to truly flourish and to bloom. You're just like kind of by piercing this and thinking like, oh yeah, this like these thoughts, like these metal swords, like they're gonna keep this structure together. But no, it's just an illusion, you know. So, and again, like if you see this guy's like face, he's like super like, he's not even here. Like this guy is like so into worrying, and he's so into this that like he doesn't even see what's going on in front of him. So like maybe some of you are not even aware what's happening around you, and why the time, the money, the emotions, the relationship, why everything is like kind of slipping away and you feel lost, is because again, you don't have the routine. You don't know when to release things. And again, you're hoarding these things, and you're being like kind of intoxicated by so much in your system, whether it's like emotional system or mental system, or even your body. Like maybe for some of you this is like concerning the body or the finances. But again, you need to let some things go. You need to let some opinions go. You need to like ground yourself. Like with Buffalo and with the sun, we have like this, like what's truthful, what's illuminating you, what's bringing you energy. Just think about energy. What's bringing me energy, and go into that area. Not intoxication, not satisfaction. We're not here to satisfy like um like not to satisfy our like these like lower desires. And there's like what came to my mind, there's like a funny interview with one actress. I don't know her name, but she's like maybe some of you know this, but she's like I don't crave like sugar and alcohol, but the parasites in me do, but the demons in me do. So it's kind of like funny, this funny way of, you know, like when we're indulging in these things that are actually taking away our energy and making us like this like zombie like figures, you know. It's like all of these things that we think we have to do because that's the only way we know how to do something. And with these two cards, it's like, no, go back to the practical, go back to the basics, go back to, you know, simple. Simple, think practical, think bases, you know, without like these too much of these other things that are kind of intoxicating you. Again, it can be anything. Take it as it resonates. But yeah, it's time to like go back to the basics, clean stuff. Don't hoard, don't like put too much, just like clean stuff. Clean your like when we clean everything, the mind's gonna be clean too, you know. And like stop overthinking and like again being in this mood of like thinking that what I'm getting here with these two cards is like you think you're the only one who can take care of you. But with the Buffalo card, it's like, no, like there are other things that can nurture you. You just need to make space for those things. And you can make space by like getting out these certain thoughts, and you will get them out by focusing on something else. I mean, nobody can just like, you know, I'm not thinking about it anymore. No, you need to like refocus. And by refocusing, you're gonna like pull these out because they're gonna be replaced by something that's much more healthier and more nurturing. So yeah, pile number 2, this is a message for you. This is really beautiful, like very beautiful, very comforting. At least that's the feeling that I'm having. Like even in this change, like you can count on me. Like you can count on the like the health, and you can count on the routine, and like being devoted to things. So there's like nurturing and comfort coming from this. It's like a very healthy, like masculine paternal energy of like, you know, like kind of being like fathering yourself in a way, you know, because again, like a lot of people didn't have like a good paternal role, and we live in a world where there is no good paternal roles, unfortunately, but hopefully the times will change. But here's like this, you know, like the sun energy of, hey, you can count on me, I will take care of us. And maybe sometimes in your life you have to be that persona for yourself, you know, and kind of like take away everything that's unnecessary so that something like beautiful and healthy can bloom again. So there you go, pile number 2. Very beautiful message. I hope it resonates. Again, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, send it to a friend, leave me a comment. I would like to know what you think about this and if it resonated. And yeah, if you want to book a reading with me, all the info is in the box below the video, in this info box. How do we call this? Anyway, it's below the video. Okay, guys, have a beautiful rest of the day whenever you're watching this, and take care. Bye.